authors. Now, we've done Peace, Love and Understanding. Who is up for a fight? We were recently visited by one utterly inspirational man who's taken grappling with his faith quite literally. Well, at Sunday Morning Live, we travel the length and breadth of the country looking for novel ways in which people express their faith. But this week, I really think we've excelled ourselves. I've never seen it before. Bet you haven't seen it before. It's Christian wrestling. Let's speak to the man behind GT Ministries, Gareth Angel Thompson. Gareth Angel, Gaz.
Hi.
Gaz, you're also known as the leader of the Angel Army and something else as well, Divine Avenger.
Divine Avenger.
Wow. This is amazing. I've heard of wrestling with your faith, but not wrestling for your faith. How did that all come about?
So GT Ministries was an idea a number of years ago where I thought, how can I combine some of my passions? That's evangelism and wrestling. And so we toured the country putting on events for churches with a wrestling show and some testimony in there. So I share my personal story, give people a chance to respond to the gospel. And then we run a wrestling school in Bradford as well at Fountains Church.
A wrestling school?
A wrestling school. So
That's
we're teaching
amazing.
people how to wrestle, but then giving them extra support around like budgeting and employment.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. It's like a full package.
OK, because you used to work for Christians Against Poverty,
I
didn't
did, yeah.
you?
So I was a centre manager for them for 5 years.
Yeah. So what came first then, your faith or the wrestling?
Well, they both kind of happened at the same time. So about 10 years ago, I found a training school and started learning to wrestle.
Yeah.
And around that time, I became a Christian at St John's Church in Bradford. And so they've kind of evolved together. So as my career's moved on and my faith has changed and evolved and I've matured, so has my character, and it's become a Christian wrestling character. So I've got John 3:16 on my tape.
Yeah.
My shirt says, pray, eat, wrestle, repeat. I'll quote the Bible in promos. So quite in your face with, I'm a Christian, and that's part of who I am.
Yeah, Christian wrestling characters are pretty unusual. Yeah, I mean, Jesus lost on purpose, didn't he? Do you lose or win?
Sometimes,
how does that go?
sometimes, not often.
But you've been through quite a few battles in your own life, haven't you?
Yeah. So part of my story is I came from a council estate in Keighley. I was a part of a single parent household. My mum drank quite a lot. I was abused by a family member, homeless at 15, and kind of had a failed marriage and just went through a lot of rubbish, in debt, unemployed. And that's when Christians Against Poverty actually came and helped me out of debt.
Right.
And I got connected up with St John's Church and then became a Christian and just started turning things around. And now I'm remarried with 2 little girls, Isabella and Isla. Beth's at home watching. And my life couldn't be any better. So it's amazing. And Jesus is the one that's done that. It's through him and through the people working alongside him that have done that for me.
And now you're devoting yourself to helping people coming out of situations like yourself, and you're going to get ordained soon.
I'm hoping to, yeah. We're actually launching a wrestling church at Fountains
Church
in Bradford. Yeah, we're going to have worship, word and wrestling. We're going to tell Bible stories through the physical narrative.
Is it just for the blokes? Or?
No, no, totally not. We've got women at the academy learning to wrestle. We have women matches. We try to be as diverse as possible, and just to reflect that anyone can do it and that anyone can be saved. That Jesus is for everyone.
But wrestling isn't for everyone.
Not everyone. I mean, Mark here is a referee.
Yes.
So he's training to wrestle, but actually he's doing some of the referee work. We'll have managers, we'll have commentators, we'll have guys doing the announcing, all that kind of stuff. So there's a role for everyone.
How does the wrestling and the Bible teaching go together? How do you put those two things together? I mean,
so I
was thinking, what would you do? You know,
so we would do
Ark,
David versus Goliath.
Okay.
We would do Cain versus Abel. We would do Mary versus Martha. We've got all these stories in the Bible. It's full of conflict. How do we tell that story in a physical way and then reflect back on the scripture and give people something to go away and think about?
I saw that you'd said that wrestling and the Bible go so well together, you're astonished it hasn't been done before.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that there's nothing like this, considering that wrestling has such a rich history in the UK. I just don't know why it hasn't happened before, but it is happening now, and that's the exciting thing.
So Gaz, lucky us, you're going to give us a demonstration now.
I am, so I'm going to be defending the GT Ministries Heavyweight Championship against Joe Cobra over there.
Hello, Joe. Well, I just need to tell you that you really absolutely must not try this at home unless you too are a professionally trained wrestler, because you could get hurt. Now, over to you, Sean Sledgehammer Fletcher, to introduce them.
Thanks, Sally. Welcome to the wrestling here on Sunday Morning Live. Please welcome the challenger from Bradford, weighing 261 pounds. It's Joel Cobra.
Win!
And his opponent, also from Bradford, weighing 264 pounds. It's the GTM World Champion, Gareth Angel.
Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Let's go, Big Pete. Let's go.
You ready? Take it up.
I'm ready.
Everybody ready? Ring the bell.
Whoa, okay. Okay, I get it. You're strong. Okay, it's fine. I've had my Weetabix. Let's go.
Eh?
Ask him, Rick. Ask him. No.
Good.
Give him, Angel. Come on.
Good.
Come on. Come on. Two. It's fine, I've got this. Come on. Yeah, got him.
1, 2, 3. Ring the bell.
Yes. Come on, yes. Sort of man.
Deep faith, Gareth, deep faith, deep compassion and a great sense of humour. I said, so what Bible story was that afterwards? And he said, oh no, that was just a fight.
Love it. Brilliant. And we have just enough time for a few of your comments. Earlier we asked, how can we tackle the UK's mental health problem? Ricky says we're succeeding in talking more